Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eagles Nest, home of Prosper High School baseball. This morning's Collin County Classic features the visiting Highland Park Scots against your Prosper Eagles. The lineup for Highland Park leading off. In center field, number 11, Braden Jarovic. Batting second at first base, number 25, Patrick Turner. Batting third, the shortstop, number 4, Preston Gamster. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 13, Josh Bowers. Batting fifth, in left field, number 2, Harris Duggar. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 8, Hunter Kraus. He will be hitting for the pitcher, number 20, Matt Moreland. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Ben Bailey. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 1, Andrew Zahar. And batting ninth, in right field, number 10, Jack Curtis.
We won, I think, 7-2. All our starters stayed, so I didn't
And now, the defensive lineup for your Prosper Eagles. In right field, number 22, Austin Rogers. In center field, number 24, Jacob Davini. In left field, number 2, Blake McEwen. At second base, number 4, Jackson Juvera. At shortstop, number 1, Chase Hindley. At third base, number 13, Gabo Colina. At first base, number 10, Cameron Harpole. Behind the plate for the Eagles, number 25, Robbie Harris. And on the mound, number 6, Lucas Davenport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as we honor America and our servicemen and women, our first responders around the world with the playing of our national anthem.
you don't know me, but my name is Wendy and I like to blow trees, and from that point I never blow her off. Come from out of town, I like to show her off. They like to act tough, she like to tone them off and make them straighten up their hat, cause she know they soft. And when I grew up, she showed me how to go downtown. In the nighttime, my face lit up, so astounding. I told her, and my heart is where she always be. She never mess with entertainers, cause they always leave. She said it felt like they walked and drove on me. Knew I was gang affiliated, got on TV and told on me. I guess it's why last winter she got so cold on me. She said, yeah, keep making that platinum and gold for me. You think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Cause I'm coming home again. Leaving home again. Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Oh, now I'm coming home again. Maybe we could start again. But if you really cared for her, then you wouldn't have never hit the airport to follow your dreams. Sometimes I still talk to her, but when I talk to her, it always seems like she's talking about me. She said you left your kids, and they just like you. They wanna rap and make soul beats just like you, but they just not you. And I just got through talking about what you're trying to do, just not new. That everybody got the game figured out all right. I guess you never know what you got till it's gone. I guess that's why I'm here and I can't come back home. And guess when I heard that, when I was back home, every interview I'm representing you, making you proud. Reach for the stars, so if you fall, you land on a cloud. Jump in the crowd, sparking lighters, wave them around. If you don't know by now, I'm talking about Chi-Town. Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Cause I'm coming home again. Leaving home again. Maybe do you remember when?
Day 2 of the Collin County Classic and Game 3 for the Highland Park Scots, coming up here from Prosper ISD at Prosper Baseball Stadium. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lincoln Revel, and it is not afternoon. It is actually morning. It is 11 a.m. as we are getting ready to get underway for this game between the Scots and the Prosper Eagles. On the mound for the Eagles, starting things off, will be Lucas Davenport. The Eagles, of course, the home team. This is their home field, and so they will take the field first. Up first for the Scots, Braden Jirovec getting his first at-bat of the day, as this first pitch from Davenport comes in for a called strike, and we're underway. Jirovec with a quick 0-1 count, playing center field today for the Scots. Batting first, Patrick Turner will be batting second, playing first base. He'll be followed by Preston Gamster. Josh Bowers in the 4-hole, he'll be catching, followed by Harrison Duggar. And then Hunter Kraus batting sixth. He'll be the designated hitter, followed by Ben Bailey, Andrew Zahar in the 8-hole, and Jack Curtis will be bringing up the rear in the 9-hole. Scots went 1-1 yesterday after taking a win over the Denton Broncos and then a 7-4 loss against the San Angelo Central Bobcats. That Denton win was a huge 11-4 win with a couple of major home runs from Josh Bowers and Patrick Turner. 2-2 the count now to Jirovec. Jirovec ended 4 for 7 yesterday. He had himself a day with with 4 singles, actually. All of his hits were singles. 2-2. Davenport gets him looking. And that's one away here in the top of the first.
First baseman number 25, Patrick Turner.
You can see Prosper's ball field fashioned a little bit like Fenway Park out in Boston. You can see the green monster out in left field. And then the fence just gets gradually smaller as this ball is hit over towards first. Toss over to Davenport is in time. That was Harpole making the toss over to the pitcher. And Patrick Turner goes down. Call that basically a 3-1 putout.
Shortstop number 4, Preston.
And
Gamster.
that brings Preston Gamster to the plate now. Gamster and he had a double and a single in the game against the Broncos. This ball hit over to first. Harpole going to step on the bag and make the play. That's a quick top half of the first for the Scots. They go down quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first inning, and we are scoreless You're watching Highland Park Baseball with Game On Sports. Bottom half of the first frame coming up here from Prosper High School, and the Eagles getting their first crack at the plate today. Chase Penley will be starting things off, followed by Jacob DeVenny, and Easton Carmichael will be in the 3-hole. On the mound for the Scots, Mac Moreland, the ace for this Highland Park team. And I say that a little early in the season. Moreland has had 2 very strong outings. He had both outings last weekend. As this first pitch is hit over to short, that will be picked up by, actually that'll be dropped by Gamster, as Gamster takes a little tumble after that missed ball, and there will be no play as Penley into first now.
Center fielder, number 24.
Jacob DeVenny now stepping up to the plate. Runner on first. Eagles very quickly getting things started here in the bottom half of the first inning. Moreland takes a quick look at first. The lefty delivers. Breaking ball misses down low for ball 1. Lineup for the Eagles coming up. Chase Penley, of course, on first base. Jacob DeVenny up to the plate. Easton Carmichael batting third. He'll be followed by Gabriel Kalina batting fourth. Cameron Harpole batting fifth. He'll be playing first base, followed by Blake McEwen. Jackson Javera in the 8-hole, and Robbie Harris will be in the 9-hole, and he'll be catching tonight. And 1-1 the count, no outs. Moreland with a look over at Penley on first. Throw down to first base is not in time, as there's no tag. Penley in very easily, didn't even have to dive there. Penley could probably afford to get an extra step or two. Good little size lead. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. DeVenny playing center field for the Eagles here today. And the field layout for the Scots coming up after this pitch from Moreland. I'll explain that here in a sec. As Moreland gets his sign from Bowers, we're ready to go. Runner on first. 1-2, Penley getting set. Here's the pitch. Ball is swung on. That's a high fly ball in the center field. That'll be caught by Jarovec. That'll bring 1 away now with a runner on first. Good sized crowd here from Prosper High School. Got the Prosper football team, along with JV baseball, along with a couple of students. It is the middle of the school day. It is a Friday morning, so we have quite a few students here in attendance today. Looks to be about the middle of the athletic period, actually. 1-2. Excuse me, that is not 1-2. This is a new batter as Easton Carmichael steps up to the plate. Carmichael is the designated hitter in today's game. And the scoreboard running a little behind, needs to get that count under control. 0-1 the count. Moreland with a look at first. He delivers, misses down low for ball 1. Mac Moreland, nicknamed just Moreland. Just sticking with the good old last name. Ball chopped over to second. That'll be picked up by Zahar. He'll toss over to second for 1. Over to first. 4-2. 4-6-3 double play to end the first inning. And the Eagles go down quietly. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So we'll be back. Top of the second inning coming up here from Prosper High School. We are scoreless. You're watching Highland Park Scots Baseball with Game On Sports. Bowers, Duggar, and Kraus due up for the Scots in this top half of the second inning. Bowers starting things off 4 for 8 yesterday. He played in both games and did 2 for 4. I apologize. That is actually 4 for 7. His at-bats did not count, as this first pitch hit on over to short. Throw over to first from Penley is in time for the first out. So Bowers starts things off with a 6-3 putout. He did end 4 for 7 with a couple doubles, a single, and a home run. And that brings Harrison Duggar up to the plate. Duggar in that wide stance. This first pitch comes in from Davenport. That misses a little outside for ball 1. Count it 1-0 to the Scots left fielder. Davenport misses up high this time. Brings it up to 2-0 now. Harrison Duggar, the senior. Fan of the TV show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It might be sunny in Philadelphia, but it is not sunny here, as there are a lot of clouds today. Still a little bit of blue poking out, maybe some sun every once in a while, but for the most part, it is a mostly cloudy day today. Pitch misses down low, brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Duggar ready for this 3-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. That's through for a base hit. It goes to the left of second base, and Harrison Duggar is in with a 1-out single. With a runner on first, that brings Hunter Kraus up to the plate. Kraus now the designated hitter. He ended 2 for 3 yesterday. He played in the game against the San Angelo Central Bobcats, and he ended with 2 singles, and he also struck out looking. That first pitch is up high for ball 1. Scott's looking to take an early lead here in the second inning. 1-0, 1 away. Is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Ball escapes the glove of Harris. but the count stays even, is now even at 1-1. That's a called strike. Davenport really bringing the heat today. The count comes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, runner on first. He got him swinging. That's the second strikeout for Lucas Davenport, as Hunter Kraus goes down, and that's 2 away with a runner on first for Ben Bailey.
Third baseman, number 5, Ben Bailey.
Once again, this is game 1 of 2 for the Scots today. Scots will be turning around right after this game, and they'll be playing Richardson. That'll be at 1:45. Ball hit over to first. That it gets away from Harpole. Throw over to first from Javera is in time, and that's the 3rd out. So that'll end the top half of the 2nd inning. Scots to go down once again. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Bottom half of the 2nd inning coming up here from Prosper High School on Game On Sports. Mac Moreland back on the mound for his 2nd inning of action, ready to deal some pitches to Gabriel Kalina to start things off. He'll be followed by Cameron Harpole and Blake McEwen. Eagles went quietly back in the first, went 3 up, 3 down, more or less. Chase Penley reached on an error, and then DeVenny went down with a fly out, and Easton Carmichael ended things with a 4-6-3 double play. Moreland deals this first pitch. That is a breaking ball, called strike on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Seen a lot of off speed in these outings from Moreland. Moreland says he would be voted most likely to throw more than 70% off speed in an outing. After seeing these past couple of games, not surprising that he would be voted most likely to do that. He does have a very, very strong breaking ball. That curveball drops anywhere. So that pitch hit weakly down the first base line, just foul, as Patrick Turner touches up on it. Brings the count to 1-2. Sun poking out now, just in between some clouds. As we're ready for this 1-2 pitch. Kalina in the right-handed box calls time. Time is given. 61 degrees, a brisk 61 from Prosper High School today. Wind out of the south-southeast at 8 miles an hour and 65% humidity. Moreland has his sign. He comes home. Breaking ball misses down low. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kalina, the third baseman in today's matchup. Tie-breaking pitch. Breaking ball on the back door just misses. Brings the count to full, and you saw there was a little smile there from Moreland. He shakes his head. He thought that was a great pitch. Looked pretty from here, but just misses on the outside. Count's full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Moreland in the windup. He has a sign. Here he comes. Breaking ball. Chopped down to third. That'll be through for a base hit past the glove of Bailey, and that is a single for Gabriel Kalina. Bailey tried to grab that one out of the air, but just could not get his glove there in time as that went just underneath his glove.
First baseman, number 10,
That brings Cameron Harpole up to the plate. Harpole, the first baseman, as Moreland steps in from the stretch. Runner on first. That's the first base hit for the Eagles. As this pitch comes in, misses inside for ball one. One 0 pitch. Moreland delivers. That misses up high. Brings the count to 2-0 now. Some new turf down on the ground out there in center field. You see that white out there in center field with the P. (3-0) the count now to Harpole. Moreland looking to fight back here. As this pitch misses down low, that is a 4-pitch walk to Cameron Harpole. So Kalina now into second, and Harpole reaches first with a walk. That'll bring the infield fly roll into effect. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Blake McEwen.
Left fielder, number 2, Blake McEwen.
McEwen in for his first at bat of the game. Runners on first and second once again. Moreland likes his sign from Bowers. The duo of Zahar and Gamster working him on second. Bunt over to first, down the third baseline actually. That gets past Moreland as that is an infield single, and that loads the bases up. McEwen now into first after that bunt single, and Coach Yoder is going to step on out and have a little chat with his infield. Very good field position for the Eagles here early in this second inning, bottom half of the second. Field dimensions here at Prosper ISD: 285 down the third baseline, 363 in the left center field gap, 370 to center, 345 over in right field, and then 300 down the first baseline. Lots of diversity, a little bit of a interesting dimensions here from Prosper High School. Yoder heads back to the dugout, and we're just about ready to get back to action. Bases are loaded. Kalina on third, Harpole on second, and McEwen currently on first. Chance for the Eagles to take the lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
Second baseman, number 4, Jackson Juvera.
Moreland misses with the breaking ball. That'll be ball one, as Juvera faces a 1-0 count. Juvera is the second baseman. This pitch is a called strike. Brings the count even now to 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one. Ball lined into right field. That'll be picked up by Curtis. Runner goes home. Play at the plate, not in time. As that'll score a run for the Eagles, and they'll take a 1-0 lead. Kalina in from third to score. Harpole now into third. And McEwen into second as Juvera goes down with that F9. So runners now on second and third. Eagles with a 1-0 lead.
Austin Rogers
Austin Rogers now up to the plate. Rogers the right fielder for the Eagles today. Moreland delivers his first pitch. That is down in the dirt for ball 1. Once again, Moreland up on the mound. Josh Bowers behind the plate. The battery for the Scots. We have Ben Bailey, Preston Gamster on the left side of the infield at third and shortstop. Andrew Zahar at second. Patrick Turner playing first base as Moreland comes home. High fly into center field. That'll be picked up by Jirovic. It makes the catch. Throw home. Little janitor throw from Jirovic goes over the head of Bowers, as that'll score another run for the Eagles. So Rogers goes down with an F8 as Harpole makes it home from third, and that makes it 2-0 Prosper. Robbie Harris now coming up to the plate. Harris, the 9-hole hitter. Chase Penley now on deck. Moreland comes in, that ball. I guess time was called there. Not really sure what happened. The pitch came in, umpires were ready, and then he just gave the time signal. So no pitch, as this first pitch chopped down the first baseline, foul, picked up by the Prosper first base coach. Harris with an 0-1 count. So went through the infield. In the outfield, Harrison Duggar out in left, Braden Jirovic in center, and Jack Curtis will be in right today. Ball hit back up the middle. Moreland makes the grab, tosses over to Patrick Turner at first. That'll end the bottom half of the second inning, but not before the Eagles take the lead 2-0. That's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll be back top of the third coming up here on Game On Sports.
Second baseman, number 1, Andrew Zahar.
Third inning coming up here from Prosper High School as Andrew Zahar digs in to the right-handed box, ready to go. Zahar up first. He'll be followed by Jack Curtis, and then Jirovic up for his second at-bat in the hole. As that first pitch hits Zahar, looks like an arm, and that could have a bruise there within the next couple hours as Zahar makes his way down to first base after being hit by that pitch.
Right fielder.
So very quickly, runner on first here for the Scots.
Curtis.
As Jack Curtis steps up to the plate now. Curtis got some exciting news last night from him as Davenport delivers that first pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Jack Curtis, new offers for football from Lehigh University as well as the University of Arizona. His first Power 5 offer as a football player, that is. That adds to his offers from San Diego State, Air Force, and Army West Point. That pitch is a called strike, brings the count to 0-2 to Curtis. Curtis ended yesterday 1 for 5, as he did play in both games. Went 0 for 2 back in the game against the Broncos, as he swings, as he misses for strike 3, 1 away for the Scots. I apologize, I did miss that. I was looking back at the back at my scorebook.
Jerovic.
That's another strikeout for Davenport. Braden Jirovic now back for his second at-bat. Jirovic 0 for 1 so far. He had a strikeout, struck out swinging to start things off. That first pitch is a called strike, starting things right where Davenport left off. This count goes to 0-1. Bunt is shown, and that is fouled off. Jirovic made contact, it bounced, and then came right back up, made contact with the bat once again. Davenport, the right-hander, getting his sign from Harris. Pitch is fouled away, as that goes back towards the softball field behind the bleachers. Brings the count once again, 0-2, 1 away. Runner on first, as Zahar gets his lead off. This 0-2 pitch fouled off. Good job there from Jirovic as he battles with that 0-2 count. Keeps the count at 0-2. Good hustle from Turner, getting that foul ball. Ball misses in the dirt for ball 1. Turner on deck, also 0 for 1. He had a ground out over to first in his last at bat. 1-2, Davenport comes home. Ripped down the first baseline, foul. Coach Leidner had to jump out of the way of that one a little bit. That keeps the count 1-2, 1 away. Davenport steps off. Takes a couple of looks over at Zahar and steps right back on. We're ready to go. Davenport sends this one home. That misses down low for ball 2. Jirovic's done a good job of battling so far. 2-2 the count. Fought his way from an 0-2 count. Has 2 balls now. That is swung on, and Jirovic goes down swinging once again. That is 2 strikeouts for Jirovic. 4 strikeouts in total for Davenport.
First baseman number 25, Patrick Turner.
That brings Turner up to the plate. Turner, mentioned earlier, 2 for 5. Had a monster grand slam in yesterday's 11-4 win over the Denton Broncos. So that first pitch misses up high and inside for ball 1. Turner's played a good mix of outfield as well as first base so far this season. Played a good mix last week, as well as 1 game in the outfield, 1 game at first in yesterday's games. One and one count. Breaking ball misses down in the dirt. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Davenport delivers that pitch. That is a high fly into shallow right field. That will be brought in by Rogers. And that'll end the top of the 3rd. Scots go down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Bottom half of the 3rd coming up from Prosper High School. You're watching Game On Sports. bottom of the third inning, Prosper leads the Scots 2-0. Heading in the bottom of the third, due up for the Eagles, Chase Penley, followed by Jacob DeVinny and Easton Carmichael due up for the Eagles. They'll be going up against Mac Moreland once again. Moreland in for his third inning of action. As his first pitch is lifted into the infield, brought in by Patrick Turner for the first out. One pitch and one out as Penley goes down with that F3.
Center fielder, number 20.
Moreland last week had 6 strikeouts in his combined outings last week. No strikeouts so far in today's game, but we'll see how many he can get before this game is over. Bunt shown, pulled back as that ball misses for ball 1. Jacob DeVinny now up to the plate. DeVinny 0 for 1, had a fly out to Jirovec in center in his last at bat. 1-0, 1 away. Moreland has a sign from Bowers. He delivers, breaking ball, just misses on the inside. There's a count to 2-0 now. Moreland, big fan of the Arctic Blitz Gatorade. For those of y'all that are unfamiliar with it, the Arctic Blitz is like a sea green, seafoam green almost. Don't really hear most people call Gatorades by their actual names. Most of the time it's by the color. However, I guess with Arctic Blitz, Cool Blue, all of those that kind of run along together there. 2-2. Now to DeVinny. Moreland comes home. This 2-2 pitch is hit into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. That's picked up by Harrison Duggar. He'll toss it in, and that'll be a 1-out base hit for Jacob DeVinny. So 1 away, runner on first now, and Easton Carmichael steps up to the plate. Carmichael into a 4-6-3 double play in his last at bat.
Carmichael.
He's in the same situation here, runner on first and 1 away. See if we can have a little bit of a rerun. Runner goes down to second. Bowers with the throw. That gets away. That goes into center field. Jirovec has to pick that one up. Throw over to third as runner's still going, and that is not in time as DeVinny makes his way over to third base, and there will not be a double play this time as that is a runner on third with a 1-0 count to Easton Carmichael. DeVinny having a little bit of, he broke his belt actually. Oh my goodness. Slid into third, ended up snapping the buckle off of his belt. That's something you definitely don't see every day. That's maybe once or twice in a season, you might see someone break their belt. Runner on third now. Prosper leading the Scots 2-0. Moreland brings this pitch. That's a hard hit down the third baseline. That drops for a base hit. That'll score another run as that'll be Duggar tossing that one in, and that's a base hit for Carmichael as DeVinny comes in from third. He'll score. That makes the Eagles lead 3 runs now, leading 3-0.
Third baseman, number 13, Gabo Kalina.
That brings Gabriel Kalina up to the plate now. Kalina is 1 for 1, had a single in the second. He ended up reaching home in that last at bat. Runner on first, Easton Carmichael, ready to get that lead. Pitch from Moreland. Hit once again into left field. That'll drop in the left center gap. Hits off the wall. Picked up by Jirovec. Fake throw there from Duggar. As the throw home. is not in time. That'll score another run, and that'll be Kalina over to third. Kalina with that double, running to third once that ball went home. Carmichael into home. And that makes it a 4-0 game in favor of the Eagles.
First baseman, number 10.
Cameron Harpole now stepping up to the plate. Harpole, the San Diego State commit for football, going as a tight end. Ball hit once again into left field. That'll be brought in by Duggar. And that's Kalina tagging from third and coming home, making the score 5-0 now. Eagles with a very comfortable lead here in the bottom of the third inning. That brings
left fielder number 2,
Blake McEwen
McEwen
up to the plate. 2 away now, no runners on as Moreland comes home. That is a called strike. 0-1 the count now. Moreland has a little bit of fighting to do here. Ball swung on and missed. A big swing there from McEwen. Makes the count 2-0, or 0-2 that is. Moreland ahead in the count. Possibly a breaking ball here. We'll see. 0-2 with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. That'll be ball 1. McEwen 1 for 1 with a single in the second. He ended up reaching second base before that inning ended. Ball misses down low in the dirt for ball 2. That's a shallow fly hit into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. And that's going to be McEwen into first after that knock. And that brings Jackson Javera up to the plate. Javera wearing number 4, playing position number 4, as he is the second baseman for the Eagles today.
Javera.
You heard a little bit of creativity there from the Prosper PA guys. He rolled that R in Javera. First pitch is in for a called strike. There's a count 2. 0-1. Moreland getting a sign from Bowers. He has it, and he comes set. Runner on first. Ball fouled over. As that brings the count to 0-2 to the Eagles' second baseman. And 2. Ball in the dirt, misses for ball 1. Fake throw over to first. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Prosper High School, state champions in baseball, 1984 and 2015. 2 state championships under their belt. 1-2, breaking ball. Chopped down the third baseline, that goes foul. As that jumps past Ben Bailey. Prosper, 2 state championships in past years. A very talented team this season. Currently leading 5-0 over the Scots. That 1-2 pitch gets away from Bowers in the feet of the umpire as McEwen in safely to second after that pass ball. Brings the count even. 2-2, 2 away. Eagles shaking their hats as it is 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Moreland comes home, breaking ball, fouled off. That keeps the count at 2-2. Good effort there from Deviney. Had to play in a little keep up with that foul ball, bouncing it off his feet. Tiebreaker pitch from Moreland. Hit down the third base line. That drops for a base hit. That'll be picked up by Duggar. Another run will score, and that'll be Javera heading into second with a stand-up double. McEwen comes in from second to score. That makes the score 6-0 in favor of the Eagles. That'll have Austin Rogers up to the plate now.
Right fielder, number 22, Austin Rogers.
Javera into second. Rogers, the right fielder, up to the plate now. Rogers is 0 for 1. Had a fly out over to Jirovec in his last at bat. With 2 away, Moreland with a look over at second. Ball's a called strike. Count at 0-1 to Rogers. Robbie Harris on deck, wearing his leg guards as it is 2 away. 0-1 count. High fly into left field, back towards the wall at the warning track. That off the top, bounces off the top of the wall. Another run will score, a sliding double for Austin Rogers. As it is now a 7-0 game as Jackson Javera comes in from second. That was a very well hit ball there from Rogers.
Robbie
As the Scots almost had their first opponent home run of the season. First pitch to Robbie Harris is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Count at 0-1. This has been a huge inning for the Eagles so far. 5 runs in this third inning. That ball's flown over towards third base in foul territory. That'll be picked up by Ben Bailey for the third out. Prosper goes down, but not before a major inning, scoring 5 runs. And the Scots now face a 7-0 deficit heading into the fourth. You're watching Highland Park Baseball with Game On Sports.
Shortstop, number 4, Preston Gamster.
Lucas Davenport back on the mound for his 4th inning of action as we get ready for this top of the 4th inning. Preston Gamster will start things off for the Scots, followed by Josh Bowers and Harrison Duggar. First pitch from Davenport is fouled off as that brings the count to 0-1. Lucas Davenport, the Texas A&M baseball commit. future Aggie. He is graduating. He is a junior, just a junior, and he is committed to Texas A&M. Ball misses in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball misses inside. Count at 2-1 now to Gamster. Gamster is 0 for 1. Had a ground out in his first at bat back in the first. That ended the first inning. Hit down the first base line. That's off the handle of the bat, as that'll be Harpole stepping on the mound on the bag for the first out. Gamster goes down with another 3 unassisted. He is grounded out to first in both at bats so far today.
The catcher, number 13, Josh Bowers.
Josh Bowers now up to the plate. Bowers 0 for 1 as well. He had a ground out over to short in his first at bat. That first pitch misses just a bit inside for ball 1. There's some action in the Scots bullpen. Can't see who that is, as we don't have a good view of the bullpen from over here. 1-1 now the count to Bowers. Bowers, the heavy hitter for the Scots. 2 home runs so far on the season. 1 last week and 1 yesterday. Yesterday's home run, a 2-run bomb over the left field fence that helped propel the Scots to that 11-4 win over the Broncos. 2-1. It's a slow chopper down to third. That's bobbled by Kalina. He tried to make the throw on the run. He could not get that out of his glove. It's not an error, as that is dropped on the exchange.
Left fielder, number 2, Harris Duggar.
It'll be an infield single for Bowers as Harrison Duggar now steps up to the plate. Duggar 1 for 1 represents the only hit for the Scots so far today. Actually, not anymore. Scots now have 2 hits after Bowers with that single. So 1-0, 1 away. Duggar rips this one down the first base line. That's stopped by Harpole. He'll step on the bag for the second out. Bowers into second now, as Harpole thought about throwing down to second, but he was already too late. Duggar goes down with that 3 unassisted, with Hunter Kraus up to the plate now. Kraus struck out swinging in his last at bat. That first pitch misses down low for ball 1. Davenport quickly steps off the rubber. A little bit of confusion between him and Harris. Prosper High School, the alma mater of Torrey Hunter. That is Torrey Hunter Jr., actually. Baseball Torrey Hunter, born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 2-1 the count, 2 away. Kraus in the right-handed box. Davenport ready with the pitch. Here he comes. That ball is fouled off. Evens the count, 2-2 and 2 away. Ben Bailey awaiting his second at bat. Bailey is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Kraus facing a 2-2 pitch. Here he comes. Ball fouled off once again, just over my head. That lands in the bleachers. Keeps the count 2-2 with 2 away. Scott's down 7-0 in the top of this 4th inning. The 50th pitch for Davenport coming up here. And that is a called balk, as Davenport not sure what happened. That'll be Bowers now into 3rd, and the Scots have their first run only 90 feet away. 2-2, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Misses just a bit outside. Good eye there from Kraus, as that brings the count to full 3-2. Payoff pitch. High fly into center field. And that'll be Devaney settling under it for the 3rd out. And that will end the top of the 4th inning. The Scots get close to scoring their first run, but cannot do it. That is no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Heading into the bottom half of the 4th inning, Scots down 7-0. You're watching Game On Sports. Bottom of the 4th inning from Prosper High School, home of the Prosper Eagles. The Eagles from Prosper, currently leading 7-0. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, and due up for the Eagles, 1-2-3. Chase Penley, Jacob Devaney, and Easton Carmichael due up. Mac Moreland back on the mound. Here's the pitch. That misses in the dirt for ball 1. There was some action in the Scots bullpen, as that has ceased. If Moreland gets into trouble in this inning, I predict this could be his last inning if that happens. 2-0 now the count. Penley is 0 for 1. He reached with an error in the 1st and then had a fly out in the 3rd. That is swung on and missed. Brings the count now to 2-1. Moreland comes home, ripped down the 3rd base line, that's just to the left of Bailey. That is a single for Chase Penley to start things off.
Center fielder, number 24, Jacob.
So Jacob Devaney now stepping up to the plate. Devaney is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. In the left-handed box, he has his toes right on the infield part, or inside part of the batter's box. The runner on first, Moreland, comes home, misses down low that breaking ball for ball 1. Once again, the Scots turn around right after this matchup, and they'll be playing Richardson at 1:45. That'll be once again here on Game On Sports. Runner goes from second And that'll be through for a base hit. Would be right where Zahar was, but he was on his way to second, so that's through for a single, and that'll be runners on the corners now as Penley stops at third. Davini into first. Back-to-back singles now for the Eagles. Just unlucky placement as Zahar was heading over to second to cover the pickoff, cover the throw down to second. And that single went right where he would be. Easton Carmichael now stepping up to the plate. Carmichael, 1 for 2. He hit into a double play in his first at bat and then had a single in last inning. He did reach home in last inning, one of the 7 runs for the Eagles. Carmichael also the designated hitter for Davenport. Throw over to first. Once again, no play. As Turner doesn't even tag him, just keeping him in check, not trying to get him out yet. Carmichael waiting for that first pitch. Here it comes. That's fouled off as that hits the light pole and heads right back into the field of play. Count goes to 0-1 as more students start to fill in these bleachers. The count. That ball is a called strike. Brings the count to 0-2 now to Carmichael. Gabriel Kalina currently on deck. Kalina's 2 for 2. That 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Good stop from Bowers. Getting in front of that ball. And no throw down as that'll bring runners now to second and third. Davini takes advantage of that bad pitch. One and two now, they count to Carmichael. And Bauer's going to head on out and have a little talk with Moreland. One and two the count. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Moreland comes home. Hit down the third base line once again. That's also to the left of Bailey. One run will score as runners go back to the corners, and that was Carmichael being tripped up over at first, tripped over the base. Vinny over to third, and Penley comes in from third, and the Eagles now lead 8-0. And Coach Yoder gonna head on out to the mound, and that will do it for Mac Moreland. We'll have a pitching change. I'll have that name for you when we come back. You're watching Game On Sports, Scotts Trail, 8-0.
Coming in to pitch for the Scots, number 7, Jack Jackson.
Algo en tu cara me fascina, algo en tu cara me da vida.
Third baseman.
Now
number
pitching for the
13,
Scots in this
Gabo
bottom half of the fourth inning, Jack
Molina.
Jackson stepping in place of Mac Moreland. Moreland, after 3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 8 runs given, no strikeouts. First outing for Moreland where he doesn't record a strikeout. Runner goes from second, throw down to second, gets away. That gets away from Gamster. Has another run will score. Play at the plate, not in time. Throw over to third from Bowers is also not in time. As Carmichael reaches third now, Deviney comes home, making the score 9-0. This Scott's defense not as on point as they have been all season. Not sure what's been not sure what's happening. Might be the change of scenery coming over to Prosper High School. New field, never seen before by most of the team on the varsity level at least. Ball ripped down the third baseline. That gets past Bailey, goes off of his glove. That'll score another run, as that'll be a stand-up double for Gabriel Kalina. Kalina into second. That's Carmichael. Oh my goodness, and that'll end the game, actually. Completely forgot about the mercy rule. And the Eagles will take the win by a score of 10-0, and we'll have quite a bit of time here as game just lasts a bit over an hour long. And so the next game isn't scheduled until 1:45. It's currently 12:10, so we have quite a bit of time before the next Scots game. But join us at 1:45, the Scots game 2 of this second day of the Collin County Classic against Richardson. That'll be right here once again on Game On Sports. For everybody involved in this production of Game On Sports, for our producer Fred Garner, I am Lincoln Revel saying see you this afternoon on Game On Sports.